You're watching Experience Comic Culture and Sales, streaming live daily to Facebook, YouTube, Twitch, and Twitter.
Hello, how is everyone?
Hey everybody, I'm Elias.
I'm Lucas. Sorry for
and we're here at Fat Jack's once again to show you guys some awesome comic books. This has been an interesting week. A lot of good stuff to read if you're keeping up with all the new books. Next week, we are finally getting our stock from the 24th. That we missed out on. We got replacements. So if you're in the area or if you're a subscriber, we toss those books in the box for you. So this is going to be a huge week because we got the 24th stock, and it's a huge week because it's the first of the month and there's so many books coming out.
So many Fall of X and all these different like X-Men. Plus on top of that, like series wrapping up before Night Terrors.
Yeah, Night Terrors is coming soon. So it's going to be an exciting summer of DC.
Summer of Symbiotes and Summer of Terror.
Yeah. Summer of Symbiotes.
And Twilight of Terror.
I don't know if you guys saw that symbiotes are actually real. They're washing up on the shores.
They're washing up on the shores, coming after us now. But let's talk about the books that we read this week. I'm not going to lie. I have not read any that many new books.
Okay.
I didn't read Punisher or any. I've honestly been reading Hellblazer for the most part. And I've been reading Carmilla, the First Vampire. That's
cool. That's
basically what I've been reading. Other than that, I'm honestly kind of behind. I have like 20 books I need to catch up on.
Yeah. So Jason Aaron's Punisher just ended. That was a real blast. I love how it wrapped up. Thought it was pretty fantastic.
Elias,
hey everybody, Michael Mills, how you doing?
Elias, you can keep it on the other chat. I have.
Yeah, but you weren't saying hi to people.
Because it just popped up
2 minutes ago.
Hey, John McClane, you're finally back.
John McClane, haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well.
Yeah.
Hope everyone's having a lovely Sunday. As always, we encourage you guys to comment old or new because we got a variety of stuff again this week.
Scream at us. Tell us that we stink. That we need showers.
Yeah.
Mills, that's good that you're doing well. You picked up a few books at the con this weekend.
You were at Fan Expo?
If you were here, you could have gotten 10% off. We were doing a 10% off sale for all
we did a
Fan Expo.
Fan Expo sale this week.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really love the Punisher series. I thought it was fantastic how they wrapped it up. And I don't know when we'll see Punisher again, but I think they can take a nice little hiatus for now.
Hello, Lyle. It seems like this week we got significantly more people coming in, which is nice.
Yeah.
Last week was kind of dead a little bit. But let's go over the books that we covered last time.
So we still have like a handful of the Silver Age collection from a couple weeks ago, but I found some other old stuff as well. Strange Tales, number 145. This is a good plus copy for just $8.50. You can have a piece of history right here. Strange Tales 145. Strange Tales, of course, shared Nick Fury and Doctor Strange in one book. Classic series, Lo, the Eggshell Hatch. Good plus for $8.50. Oh.
So what's I'm curious. I wonder what's the strangest thing that Doctor Strange is. You know, he was probably made fun of in school for his last name. I feel like he had to have been, right?
Yeah, we need some more childhood Doctor Strange stories.
I mean, I know he had his sister that died. And that was like a major thing that they barely touch on. Yeah, that was the reason why he became a doctor, a surgeon.
Oh, right.
That was like because his sister died, and it was like he could have saved her, but he didn't know what to do.
Yeah.
And so he never wanted to be in that position again.
Right.
That was like the whole reason was like he always wants to be in control, and it's supposed to reinforce that.
Yeah.
Hence why when he breaks his hands, he's like, I need to regain my control of my hands because that is the only way I have control over my life. It's very symbolic. In that regard.
Doctor Strange 3 came out this week as well. I really enjoyed that. Lucas hasn't read it yet, so no spoilers. But I thought it was pretty awesome, and featured a short story about Nico Minoru by Amy Chu.
Yeah,
we have coming in this Saturday on June 10th. If you guys are in the area, we encourage you to stop on by for Amy Chu. She's doing a signing here. She is bringing Carmilla, a trade or graphic novel, I should say, that she worked on.
Yeah, it's pretty fun. I've been reading it so far, and the art is really good. Story. It's I can actually explain what it's about a little bit if you want.
Sure.
Basically, it's a vampire murder mystery discussing Chinatown in New York City. Specifically, it's about the murder of homeless people within the city by these vampires that are kind of going rogue, and it's slowly one character realizing that she's kind of falling for this vampire. It's pretty cool.
Good. Well, that's what we'll offer her for lunch.
Yeah.
Thanks for the suggestion. But yeah, if you guys are in the area, please come on by. She'll be happy to sign anything you guys got. She also wrote Poison Ivy, Cycle of Life and Death, which I'm reading currently to refresh myself. That's also fantastic. Poison Ivy mini.
Yeah.
I'm not going to say the odds are good for you guys, but there's like a 10% chance that DMC shows up too because they're like besties.
Oh, really?
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, we did an event here 2 years ago for AAPI month, and Amy hosted with Ming Chen. And one day she goes, hey, can you send the link to my friend Daryl? And I'm going, sure. Send me his email. And she's like, okay. So she sends me the email, and it's Daryl McDaniels. And I'm like, my mind was shaking. I was crying. It was wild.
Yeah, I've heard he's a really nice guy. That's very cool.
Hey, Rebecca. How are you? First time in a minute that I've seen someone comment during the Facebook link.
Yeah.
So, but yeah.
As always, guys, comment below any series that you guys want to see on the show, and we'll try and find them for you. We got a lot of stock in this shop, old and new. Yeah.
A lot of the people that usually comment are on YouTube, Rebecca. That's all. That's the reason why I was saying that.
Yeah, if you're wondering where everyone is, they're
they're
on
usually
Twitch
on YouTube.
or YouTube.
But yeah, let's go over some of the books real quick, and then get into some of our newer stuff that we got recently.
I have a couple Tales of Suspense books. They're pretty beat up, so they're just good quality. Issue 89 of Tales of Suspense, Iron Man and Captain America. This is featuring the monstrous menace of the Melter, the new mysterious Melter. And we're asking $15 for this copy. It's definitely pretty beat up and well read. So definitely note that. But just $15, and you can have a piece of history here. Tales of Suspense, issue 89.
So when does something go from read to well read? Is there like a specific?
Well read is like it's been tossed around.
It's been in the bottom of the book.
The person didn't bag and board it when they were done reading it.
So Lyle, you're looking for Sad Sack 1. Okay, we'll put down the list for stuff to look into.
Sad Sack.
I haven't heard it. Do you know what imprint it is?
Yeah, I don't know.
Chance?
I don't know. I don't know. Sad Sack. You'll have to educate us on that one, Lyle.
Yeah, but we'll try to find it, and hopefully maybe next show we might have it. If not, we'll definitely tell you at the beginning. But yeah.
Tales of Suspense number 89 for $15. Next up, I got Tales of Suspense 93. Also a pretty beat up copy. This is technically a first cameo appearance of MODOK because his voice appears in the book, but he does not appear in the book. Because this is a beat up copy, we're only asking $10 for this. So just $10 for Tales of Suspense number 93. Another piece of history right here.
That's funny.
Back again, stronger than ever, the Titanium Man.
People still count just hearing the voice as an appearance, technically.
That's what Key Collector said. They claimed.
It's just funny to me.
No, it's really funny. They were like, or he gets mentioned by name, and his voice shows up in the book. So.
Oh yeah. So
first MODOK speech bubble.
Also, we didn't get to talk about the movies that we watched this week.
We saw 2 comic book related movies this week.
One of them extremely
We'd
early.
love to hear your thoughts in the comments as well. Yes, we saw an early screening of The Flash on Tuesday. It was not the finished product, but from what we saw, it looked like a lot of fun.
Yeah.
And I thought it was actually pretty good.
That's all that we will say.
Better than I was expecting.
Yeah. With all the production trouble, honestly surprised it was decent at all. And then we watched Spider-Verse, which was mind-blowing.
Spider-Verse on Thursday. I hope you guys have seen it or are planning on seeing it. I think it's really worth seeing on the big screen.
Yeah.
There's so many details to look at and pay attention to, and it's an animation tour de force.
Yeah. I need to rewatch that. So you're also looking for Zombie Tramp Volume 1, Issue number 3. Okay. I'll put that also
some
on
very
the
specific stuff that I've never heard of.
But honestly, that's good. We might actually have it.
Rebecca, I would suggest YouTube. So YouTube, it's The Experience. So it's _EXP, Fat Jacks. Put that into the YouTube search and you'll find us there.
Yeah.
You'll see everyone else commenting if you hop on YouTube.
But yeah, Spider-Verse was phenomenal. The different art styles. Well, I do think story-wise, I think the original is still better. I think animation-wise, I think this supersedes it.
Yeah.
It's insane just how much of a good quality. Someone was streaming it on TikTok, so I just rewatched the ending like 30 minutes on my phone this morning. Just because someone was just fully streaming it. And
TikTok streams are like some of the most cursed stuff that I've ever seen.
But it wasn't bad quality either. That's the crazy thing. Like it was actually like, I don't know what camera they were using, but it was surprisingly good quality, which was really funny. Because I was just like,
they brought a whole camera and tripod into the theater.
But they also had. You want to hear the funniest part? They had Subway Surfers going out at the very bottom.
Jeez,
it was just so funny.
Gosh darn.
Me with Subway Surfer. But yeah. Let's just go over the other books too.
So you guys don't forget about the Silver Age stuff. Gonna blast through those real quick. Avengers number 31 is very good for $18. Very good for $18. Journey into Mystery with Thor number 111 is $20. Good grade. And then I got a few Marvel Collector's Item classics, which are always a lot of fun. Reprints of stories, stuff like that. Issue 10 for $9. Issue 8 for $5. And issue 6 for $5 as well.
Pretty good prices for books that are significantly usually hard to find on the market.
Yeah. What else I got here? Mighty Thor 142. Very good grade for $16. And Tales to Astonish number 71, Fine Plus for $25.
But yeah, that was the books on our right rack. Now let's kick off with the newer stuff. Let's get right into it. Over here.
we're going to do a whole chunk on this because we have most of the 125 issue run of Grant Morrison's JLA.
So
yes, he didn't write all of it, but he wrote the first 40 issues.
So the way we handle shipping is actually $9. $9 flat fee.
Shipping is $9.
And we ship it out to you. We make sure it arrives safely, and then by the time it gets to you, it should be all good.
So, Michael, I'm sure you've been in I know you've been in the show before, so I'm sure you filled out the form. If you fill out the form, we just await your PayPal payment when you have made a purchase here, and then we can ship it right out to you. So as soon as you send us the PayPal, we will wrap up your books and ship them out.
Yeah.
Hey, Kenneth, how you doing? Hope you're doing well.
Yeah. But, yeah, we have the entire JLA Grant Morrison run.
Yeah, so we're going to go over that a little bit later. If you guys are interested in that, if you guys have any holes in your JLA collection, I'm sure we have an issue that you're looking for.
We got a huge collection.
If you just want a whole chunk, we got that too.
Yeah, we recently got a huge collection of Detective, Batman, JLA, Sandman Mystery Theater, Hellblazer. So
a lot of Vertigo stuff.
Yeah, we have, I think it's from issue 26 and up of Hellblazer, every single issue. So yeah, if you guys are trying to fill out any holes on any of those series, definitely tell us, and we can try to have those either ready or by next week or soon.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Here's a random one. Beavis and Butthead #1. Marvel Comics published this. This is a very fine near mint copy for $15. Beavis and Butthead #1.
I'm honestly surprised they published that. Was this probably before the acquisition by Disney, right?
Oh yeah, no, well before. Before.
Does that happen like 2010?
There's some really fun stuff on this cover, suggested for immature readers. It says first issues are cool up top. And there's even a bit of reflectivity, shininess you probably can't see, but on all the metal stuff, there's a shiny foil to it.
Did you ever have braces?
1993. I never had braces. I had Invisalign.
Ah.
Expensive plastic. Super cool.
I had to wear braces.
Damn.
And then I had one of my teeth was underneath the roof of my mouth because I as a kid tried to get more money from the tooth fairy, so I punched out my teeth, and it impacted severely the other adult tooth, and so it started growing out in a completely sideways direction.
That sounds like something Beavis and Butthead would do.
So I had to get a whole surgery just to straighten. Now it's here. The tooth is here. It was one of my canines. Like, it wasn't a small tooth either.
Oh my God.
But yeah, it was just in the roof of my mouth, like sideways, completely.
Yikes.
So yeah, that was fun.
Awesome. Beavis and Butthead #1, very fine near mint, $15.
Yeah, it was a strange time in my life.
So we'll ask you guys to comment what you guys want to see this week. We have some huge chunks of runs to go through.
Yeah.
So you can comment JLA if you want to see that first. You can comment Invincible if you want to see those again, or those first. You can comment Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos. And you can comment Batman / Detective Comics. And we got a bunch of those as well.
Yeah. It's a choose your own adventure for this
Choose your own adventure, that's right. Here's a copy of Sergeant Fury and his Howling Commandos, issue 33. The grandeur that was Greece. $20 for this very good copy.
So how many war crimes do you think Nick Fury has committed? Plenty.
He's a respectable guy. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yes.
If any of you guys had the pleasure of reading Fury #1,
yeah, that was great.
That was a nice little one-shot celebrating 60 years of Nick Fury. by Al Ewing. That was pretty fantastic.
So we don't have 350s. Wait,
Was it the 300 range or the 600 range?
That 600 was for detective. I actually think we might have 400 and up for Batman.
We'll look during the first break, Mills. We'll take a double check because I know we have like around 400, 500. So I'll have to.
Yeah, it's around 400, 500.
Okay.
Specifically, so yeah, we don't.
What
have,
about the other box? So like
I didn't.
Like the first 80s and 90s stuff.
I haven't checked. We would have to check the date.
We'll check during the break and we'll just see if we have any of those. If not, we'll try to look for it for next week. So we'll have to let you know.
Yeah.
But yeah, very good. Sergeant Fear and Italian Commandos 33 for $20.
So
Next up,
I was gonna ask, how did he lose his eye in the original comics? Do we know?
it's been a race for my brain because of how many times I had to, hear different MCU theories
On how it was, and then it just turned out to be Goose.
until it was just a cat. That was pretty silly.
I still don't like that, to be
Yeah.
honest.
Not the best.
Yeah, especially because the Winter Soldier speech where it's like, the last time I trusted someone, I lost an eye. It was like, really?
Yeah.
The cat? Really?
Yeah, it was just a cat. Machine Man #1, very fine near mint for $5.
Yeah, Machine Man. Retractable arms and legs.
Aaron Stack himself.
Do we have Sergeant Fury 27? Yeah, let's check. Oh, there it is. We will check real quick. You're both drinking lots of water. It must be hot where we are. Yeah, it's like 80 degrees, and plus the shop doesn't really get much like an air conditioning.
The AC is in the back of the store.
Yeah, so it's near the back issues. So, and we're near the front of the store. So, yeah, we tend to drink a lot of water because
We during open hours we have the door open, usually the front of the store.
So we don't have the issue.
Yeah, this looks like it's just going up from 55. So it looks like the earliest issue I have is 33, unfortunately. So sorry about that, JoJo. Celsius. I didn't pay attention in science class.
Honestly, the Celsius is the more refined system. That's
The
all I'm
real
gonna say.
answer on the Nick Fury story is that he's just a little slow. He caught a Nazi grenade and didn't throw it back fast enough, and caught some shrapnel.
Right.
I'll be honest.
Okay.
I like the cat story better. Like
Out
that's
of
just
those
kind of
two,
lame.
yeah.
Like, really, bro? But the cat story is at least interesting because it's a space alien.
Sure. I would have liked something war related, but like that's a little too on the nose for me.
Would have preferred if it was a scroll that stabbed him, like while he was trusting someone.
A scroll, yeah. Well,
Like that would have been more fitting, in my opinion. Nick, took shrapnel from a grenade in World War II. Thank you, Pastor Mike. You were just a second late on that response. But yeah, let's continue.
yeah. So unfortunately, I only have this is the earliest issue I got right now is issue 33, but $20, very good grade.
What books are you guys reading recently? Anything interesting or unique? Because I'm definitely not no.
Yeah, the Fury one shot that just came out was a dive into the past, but also moved the characters into the future. Both Furies, the main Nick Fury and Nick Fury Jr. So
I was surprised
definitely
they retired
recommend
him.
checking that out if you guys haven't read that. We have a bunch of Nightfall
Yeah, a ton.
to go through today. This is just
The
a
classic.
classic.
Bane breaks the bat. This is that issue. Yes.
Yes, it is.
And it is very fine copy.
Very fine near mint. Very fine plus is what you have here. Very Fine Plus for $15. The Breaking of the Batman.
Yeah. Huge event that really restructured how Batman was. It's 3 degrees Fahrenheit. Wow, that is cold.
3 degrees.
Wow, that is. I know that 0 is 32 degrees because of its freezing point, so that makes perfect sense.
Where are you watching from, Lyle?
Yeah, I'm actually curious now.
North Pole.
But yeah, Bane breaks the Batman's back.
This is Batman 497. Very Fine Plus for $15.
If you guys were alive or reading this while it was coming out, I'm just curious, what was your take on the event? I haven't read the full event, to be completely honest, but yeah.
So
that's Michael. You've been reading Red and Immortal. That is very, very exciting.
The two best X books.
Yeah, bar none, easily. Kieran Gillen and Al Ewing, just masterclass in writing, honestly.
Yep.
But yeah.
So we got a lot of these to go through. So stay tuned for Batman and Detective Comics. So it goes Nightfall, Night Quest, and then Night's End.
Night's End. Yes. That is how I haven't read the full event, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, what did you guys think of the event?
I can't tell if he's joking or not. I work up north of the 80th parallel Arctic Circle.
I can't tell.
I can't
tell either. Well, you're gonna have to be a little bit more.
But if it's 3 degrees, I mean, I believe it. But
yeah, true. It's not unrealistic. It's just
that's crazy.
Elias just having a
circle.
Wow,
that's not a joke.
Wait, actually,
that's intense.
That is.
Yep. Closer to Santa Claus than any of us.
I saw a video where someone in Alaska was like, or up north was trying to pour a Coca-Cola and it froze as they were pouring it, and it was just a giant popsicle with the can sticking out of it. I think I might have sent it to you.
That's always really cool. I almost forgot about these over on that rack. This is a 2-part Wolverine Punisher saga. This is a lot of fun. We're asking for $25 for the 2 of them. So it's Punisher War Journal number 6. Meeting for the first time and maybe the last. Nice cover there. And part 2 is Punisher War Journal number 7. And we're asking $25 for the whole bundle right here.
Yeah, I'm sorry, Punisher, but there's no way you're being Wolverine.
Yeah, probably not.
Any gun that he points at Wolverine literally won't do anything.
Yeah.
And even if he somehow did get like adamantium bullets, I doubt he could kill him.
Yeah. So these are both in great shape, Very Fine Plus, $25 for the 2 of them right here.
Yeah. Punisher moment. Oh yeah, the actor for Punisher Warzone passed away, unfortunately.
The fact that he was also Volstagg is
I didn't know that. Wow.
That's so crazy. I mean, it's a makeup shows you what makeup can do.
I will say, I think a key moment that really, really stuck out in my childhood was when Punisher Warzone, the parkour guy, gets hit with a RPG
rocket
in the middle of his jump. I showed it to Elias, who had never seen it, I think like a couple months ago.
So good.
And it was so perfect. That Punisher movie is so campy in all the best ways.
Yeah.
Oh, Mr. Towers will claim the Punisher and Wolverine, both issues.
All right, Mr. Towers. $25, that is yours. I don't recall if you've been in the show before. If not, Kyle will put the link in the chat so that you can fill out the form so we can send this to you.
Yeah. And if you have any books that you want us specifically to look for, definitely comment them down below. We'll try to find them so that we can have them by next week.
Yep. But good grab for $25. It's a fun little 2-part story right there.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, question. If Wolverine didn't have the adamantium, do you think Punisher could win? I still want to say Wolverine wins.
Punisher with prep time?
Well, no. Wolverine without adamantium versus Punisher. Specifically.
Just bone claws?
Yeah, just bone claws.
Huh.
Because he doesn't have the metal protecting his skull, so therefore bullets would go through him and injure him more severely.
But would he still have regen or no?
Yeah, he would still have regen.
Oh, well, I don't know. That's tough. I mean, that's really the problem. It's just.
But I think definitely like
you put at him is gonna.
True, but the thing is, like, if he shoots him in the head, it'll fully go through. It'll at least take him out for a couple hours, if not minutes, which is, let's be honest, all Punisher needs.
Yeah.
To like set up something, like you could drown him or.
Right.
So I think.
He is pretty resourceful.
I think I have to still give it to Wolverine just because of speed and strength.
Okay.
But I think it's more of a fair fight when you take out the adamantium.
Sure.
Just a thought. Experimenting, thought experiments.
Yeah.
What ifs, you could say. But yeah. You guys know what series you want to hit yet? We have JLA as an option, Sergeant Fury.
Yeah, comment JLA or comment Batman or Detective Comics. Those are going to be the same thing.
Sergeant Fury.
Or Sergeant Fury. Those are the three options.
Those are the three options for right now for series that we can cover. We have a bunch of those series, so definitely ask us.
Issues 20 to 40.
20 to 40 of...
We will write that down because I don't have those handy this week. But
of the 2006 run?
Lucas is going to write that down, and we'll take a look for next week's show. Same time.
Okay.
All right, Mr. Tower said JLA.
JLA, let's go.
Me the JLA box.
Yes, I can hand you the JLA box. We have a hefty one here. We have literally every copy of every issue. Almost every
We're
copy.
missing a few towards the end. But,
Towards the end.
We have the full Grant Morrison run.
Just Wolverine's healing factor plus combat experience gives him the edge. Yeah, I kind of have to agree. I think it comes to the point where it's just, at that point he can't really. Punisher has a shot at that point, but not a guaranteed win. That's the best way to put it. He has more of a shot than he would with Adamantium Claw Wolverine. Also, there's the Fly.
Yeah, Rebecca. We'll take a look to see if we have those. We can do bundle deals, but I just got to check that we have those issues because I'm not sure.
Yeah.
If we do or not.
Hopefully we do, but yeah, we would need to check in the back.
Grant Morrison's JLA. This is well known to have saved the Justice League of America. Wolverine's Canadian, that helps too, yeah.
That really does.
Grant Morrison's JLA is well known to have saved the JLA, brought them back from the brink of extinction, and really cemented them as, one of DC's greatest groups. There's a lot of cool arcs in this series.
Yeah.
Grant Morrison wrote 41 issues of this book, and a lot of other great writers took over after, notably Mark Waid.
Yeah.
And his Tower of Babel
which is
storyline, which is very, very popular, very well known.
Very crazy storyline.
Yeah. So we'll get into that. But first up, of course, JLA number 1. Very fine near mint. We're asking $8 for it. Just $8. Grant Morrison and Howard Porter just really killed this series. This is a very unique series because it kind of experiments with the JLA as kind of, figures that people revere and respect. Grant Morrison was cited to have said that he wanted something that steered away from the Watchmen approach. He wanted characters that you could look up to after the doom and gloom of Watchmen and such, things of the like authority that really, were a darker take. So this really makes, the best of characters that you can respect. And the JLA interact with humanity a lot in this book, which is what makes it very cool. Really uplifts humanity and shows that they are a force of good. It's a little bit of a brighter look at the JLA.
I like to think that this series inspired a lot of the animated series.
Yeah, definitely.
Just because of the lineup is very much similar.
Yeah.
In a lot of cases, but the lineup is. This was the first time we got to see Kyle Rayner on a Justice League lineup.
And Wally West Flash as well.
Yeah, so it was a pretty stacked lineup for the time. A lot of newer people that people weren't used to having on the team.
Yeah.
And of course,
the first lineup is kind of classic for me. Obviously, it's different people taking these mantles of Flash and GL, but it's very much like a classic lineup. Later in the series, they start to really experiment with it a bit more. And also around this time, there was Justice League of Europe, Justice League International, other offshoot teams like that.
Yeah, where's the rest of the Justice League Antarctica?
Justice League Antarctica, yeah.
Yeah, we feeling kind of left out over there. It's all just heat-based heroes. It's only heat-based heroes. There's no you would think it would be like frost-based heroes, but no, it's just only heat-based.
Yeah.
It's like Firestorm,
Fire and Firestorm. Imagine how confusing that would be to have them too on the same
team. Fire, take them out. What? Which one?
But yeah, JLA number 1, $8. Let's see. Can I put these anywhere? I'll try and stagger them.
Stagger them. But
Grant Morrison is a well-revered writer. Comment if you guys have read any of his work and what your favorite work of his is. We definitely have
a lot of his work.
Some more Grant Morrison stuff in the coming weeks to talk about.
Yeah, we this collection that this person gave us had a significant amount, a lot of books in near mint condition. So we have luckily been able to get some cool series and some cool pulls and keys from it. Including like the Batman back-breaking issue that is the first confrontation of Bane.
Yeah.
My favorite Grant Morrison thing is what Neil Gaiman said about him. I actually don't know what that...
Favorite Grant Morrison thing is what Neil Gaiman said. Interesting.
Yeah, what is that?
Neil Gaiman said that he and all the other writers at DC had to try really hard, and Grant Morrison would go off and take fine African tree drugs and create the greatest comics ever written.
That's pretty accurate. That is indeed what he did.
I hope you guys have issue 2 of JLA, because I don't. But I have issue 3 right here. This is a very fine near mint copy for just $3. When we reach the end of this stretch, if anyone was looking for specific number issues, obviously you can grab those. But if not, we can bundle the Grant Morrison 41 issues together for a deal as well.
Yeah.
Issue 3, very fine near mint for $3.
You want to make sure that you guys get your worth. And if you have any holes in your collection, you can get them. But, yeah.
Next up, JLA issue 4 for $2.50. So the first arc features a trope that's been copied since then, which is a seemingly benevolent group of heroes comes to Earth and claims to be their saviors and tries to overshadow the JLA. But we come to find out that they are actually a group of evil white Martians that is trying to prepare the Earth for an invasion.
Yes. Yeah, that trope has been done very frequently. Yeah. I think in Justice League Unlimited, they did that with Cadmus. They were all Cadmus clones, and they didn't know, which was really cool. I'm pretty sure it took inspiration from that. Yeah. And the first arc of the entire series is about white Martians.
Yep, that's right.
So
it's a classic storyline, but basically the JLA are able to prove themselves as the true heroes of Earth, and this is what really brings them back into favor with the Earth.
True, I will agree. John Jones having an emotional connection to white Martians. Usually I prefer it when he's very much similar in idea to a Holocaust victim, where he is a sole survivor, due to the fact that he is, the rest of his species has been genocided by the white Martians. I think that's a very unique idea that speaks a lot.
Yeah. Next up, I have JLA issue 5, Very Fine Plus for $2.50. This is already starting to feature some other characters. We have Connor Queen, or does he have a different last name?
Connor Hawk.
Connor Hawk, right.
Yeah.
Connor Hawk, Steel, Plastic Man, the Blue Electric Superman. So JLA issue 5 for $2.50.
Sure. At what point do you consider something a trope? That is very true. I think at that point,
when it's used 5 or more times.
specifically, that's the limit.
Yeah, you gotta put a quantity on it. I feel like, because Young Justice, did a similar thing with the Reach.
Yes.
This trope of a group of either aliens or villains disguised as heroes coming to the Earth and claiming to be benevolent, claiming to be there to help, and secretly they're plotting, the Earth's downfall the whole time.
Yeah.
It gets to the point where it's almost a little irritating to me, because it's like, it's what's it called? Dramatic irony, where the audience knows that they're not good, but everyone in the show, the characters think that they're benevolent, and it just is like, they're clearly not good guys, and I'm just yelling at the screen the whole time. That's at that point, I think it's considered a trope when I start to get mad because I've read the same thing 3 times. Vanish, is a group of evil wizards that are disguised as a superhero team, like just stuff like that.
Yeah, that is very true.
And they're really popular with the public. Just stuff like that. JLA issue 6, Very Fine Plus for $3. This is the first appearance of Zoriel, the Angel.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Zoriel. I've never heard of it. Oh, and this is during the time where Superman had the electric powers.
Yep.
Grant Morrison was pretty angry about that at the time. It was very, very unfortunate timing, because it was something that they really wanted to do. I actually watched a documentary on that, I think like 3 weeks ago, where it was pretty interesting. It was an homage to the Red and Blue storyline, but the way that happened was basically Superman lost his powers, and then he got recharged by going near the sun. But because of that, it overloaded his body with solar energy, and he gained electromagnetic spectrum powers.
Wow.
Therefore, he can now teleport, control electricity. He no longer had super strength. He had he could use his lightning basically as telekinesis, and he could travel through landlines and all this different stuff. It was a completely different power set, and he could quickly swap between Superman and Clark.
Grant Morrison used those abilities in a lot of cool ways in this run. For example, he used it to move the moon using the poles of the moon with his electromagnetic powers. Manipulated the poles and physically moved the moon.
That's crazy.
Pretty crazy. So Grant Morrison had a lot of fun with that for sure. Next up, JLA number 7, Very Fine Plus for $3. This is the first appearance of Asmodel. He's shown up in some animated stuff as well.
Oh, cool. But yeah, Grant Morrison's. Have you heard of Incredible Hulk's new fashion line? It's all vintage.
You know what that means, folks. We'll be right back after a quick break. Don't go anywhere.
You know how when you go to Comic-Con, after Comic-Con, you go to the hotel bar, and there's a whole bunch of people playing music and dancing, and you've got Pikachu and Lara Croft Tomb Raider doing the cha-cha slide just down from Deadpool and Batman and Wonder Woman? That's every Saturday night over on the Experience Twitch channel. Join Taji Beats for the EXP Dance Party, exclusively on Twitch, twitch.tv/the_EXP.
To be continued. 3 little words that hold the secret to the next great story. 3 words that will thrill you, confound you, give life to new possibilities. Every variation of To Be Continued is a promise of adventure, a promise of excitement, a promise of unseen wonders and unexplored worlds. A promise that every issue you read makes you a part of a never-ending journey, and behind every page there will be an unopened door waiting for you. This story to be continued at your local comic book shop today. Visit ComicShopLocator.com today. You just finished the last episode of your favorite new show, and you just have to talk about it. But all your friends are ghosting you because of that incident last week at the buffet. Oh, you know the one. What you did to that chowder. Ugh. Keeps me up at night. So what do? Join writer Dan Wickline as he breaks down all your favorite pop culture media. Whether it's a review of the latest nerdy TV show or a dive back into the history of your favorite comic characters, Dan's ready to discuss all the hottest topics live. Join the conversation as Dan live streams Tuesday through Thursday at 5 Eastern, 2 Pacific on Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, and Facebook. The Dan Wickline Show, on The Experience, comic culture and sales.
Hello! Elias is currently eating, so he can't talk. He's too busy munching on his food.
I'll make you eat your words.
Oh!
Welcome back, everybody. We're here at Fat Jack's in Philadelphia, the city of brotherly love,
Is it though?
to sell you some comic books.
Is it though? Is it really the city of brotherly love?
Of course it is. If it says it is, it is.
Fantastic.
I thought it said Fatastic because like Fat Jacks, but anywho, right now we're going through Grant Morrison's JLA run. We have most of it, like a lot of it, almost all 125 issues.
So if you like it, check it out.
It's a great run. Can't recommend it enough. I think personally that it's going to go on my entry level DC book list. Lucas and I are working on putting that list together for a video on the Cosmic Panel, which is the YouTube channel that he and I have.
Yeah.
Talk about all things comics, pop culture, all that good stuff.
Yeah.
You know what, you love it.
We're going to have our Spider-Verse review up, I think, tomorrow. And, our thoughts and ideas on the film. And we're going to be hopefully in the next month or so discussing what starter comics can you have for what comics should you start on with DC and Marvel and indie books.
Yep, and we'll do a video for each. So we'll do a DC video, Marvel video, indie video, just highlighting where we think any reader can jump on if they want to get into the world of comics. So we went through the first 7 issues. Next up, I have issue 8 of JLA by Grant Morrison. Very fine near mint for $2.50.
So I recently heard the question, as we keep going through this JLA collection, Adam West Batman versus Emissary of Death Spider-Man, aka Japanese Spider-Man. Who wins?
Wait, sorry. Emissary of Death versus who?
Versus Adam West Batman.
Oh.
That's a pretty good matchup, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because you see, the thing
I
is,
do like that.
he probably has spider repellent. Or like specifically some like repellent just to kill
on that large
utility belt. Yeah.
Very true.
So,
Comment below. Japanese Spider-Man, the Emissary of Death versus Adam West Batman. Who would win?
I'm actually kind of sad that we didn't get Emissary of Death Spider-Man.
Oh yeah, what the heck?
We didn't get Leopold.
I'm very surprised by that, Leopardon.
But yeah, I can't believe they call him the emissary of death, though.
Dang.
Like unironically in the TV show.
Surprised you didn't get him. It's too bad.
Yeah, I mean, I guess we had one mech, and that was one mech too many. I love that redesign though.
Yep, they got it.
Also, I was wrong. Miles Prowler doesn't. I will be quiet now. I almost gave a spoiler.
No spoilers.
No spoilers. I love
But go watch Across the Spider-Verse if you haven't seen it already.
Been collecting since 1968.
1968. Wow. You
Yeah.
must have quite the collection.
Yeah, seriously. Anyway, let's keep going. JLA time.
JLA issue 9 for $250. These are all in very fine near mint shape, so I'm just going to stop saying that. They're in really good shape.
Yeah, they all came from the same area.
They all come from the same collection. The corners are pretty beautiful.
Yeah.
This is a short little arc that features the villain called the Key. This is a very interesting arc in which this villain basically traps them and has them experience these hallucinations.
Yes.
To see what could have been in their lives. The Superman one really sticks out to me. Kal-El stays on Krypton. Krypton did not die, and he is actually the Green Lantern of that Earth. Yeah,
that's interesting.
it's cool. It's him with the classic Hal Hal Jordan uniform with the Superman cape still on. So it's just red cape clashing pretty poorly, I think, with the GL uniform, but it's a really fun look. So yeah.
That's interesting. You haven't read World's Finest, but the Key actually makes an appearance in the Thunder Boy arc.
Oh, nice. Cool.
I can't tell you what because you haven't read it.
Yeah.
But he makes a pretty significant appearance, and he teams up with Joker.
Oh, that's dope.
Of all characters, so
definitely.
Yeah, I didn't realize he was coming from the Grant Morrison run though.
Yep, Grant Morrison. The Key. So yeah, some very cool visions, some cool kind of Elseworlds concepts, if you will. They could definitely be fleshed out, I think. I think the Green Lantern Superman thing is really cool. Yeah, issue 9, $250.
Imagine if you went to a yellow sun planet with the GL. Like that's insane. That is just way too much power for one person. I can't even imagine how you wouldn't even be able to defeat him because I'm pretty sure GL constructs can block kryptonite radiation.
Oh, okay.
If you made a box around a piece of kryptonite, even if you did have kryptonite, let's say, you could make a box around it and stop it from affecting you. Because it's not going to take your Green Lantern powers, it's only going to take your Kryptonian powers.
That's an interesting combination there for sure.
Yeah.
Next up, we have JLA issue 10 for $250. This is the Rock of Ages Part 1. This is the introduction of Lex Luthor's Injustice Gang. That's right, the Injustice Gang, not the Injustice League or Injustice Society. This is the Injustice Gang. With many of the JLA's arch enemies posing as the actual JLA. Lex Luthor has this mystical red rock that I forgot the name of that he uses to manipulate and disguise the Injustice Gang. Very fun arc.
So yet another group of villains that disguise as heroes?
Yep.
Oh, it almost seems like it's a trope.
JLA issue 11, Rock of Ages Part 2 for $250.
I will say I personally like it more when the Justice League is not associated with a single country because it feels it's
for what reason? They're not gonna limit themselves to America. They're gonna go anywhere that they're needed.
Exactly, which is why I prefer usually when they just call themselves the Justice League. But I mean, I guess
this was interesting. They just not even Justice League of America written out. It was just JLA.
Yeah.
So pretty.
It rolls off the tongue.
Yeah, it definitely does. And this, they had this banner for a while too: the world's greatest superheroes, not to be confused with Earth's mightiest heroes. But that's basically the same thing. Well, JLA issue 12.
Are you trying to say something, Elias? Are you trying to say that the Justice League and Avengers are similar in Seascape? Are you trying to compare Marvel and DC?
Never. I would never do such a thing.
Blasphemy.
JLA issue 12 for $3. This is the first appearance of Matt Tyler, Our Man.
Oh, yes. Our Man. I think it's pretty interesting that his power has a drawback like that, where it only works for 1 hour and then he has to wait 24 hours before he can use it again.
Yeah, it's pretty cool.
It's a pretty interesting limitation that I think honestly adds to the plot, especially because if he's like ever kidnapped, he's kind of like he's kind of stuck until like he has to wait for his window of opportunity before he can even take Miraclo.
Right.
Miraclo.
Yeah.
Never pronounce it. Born in a non-English speaking household. Let's go. Woo!
Makes it even easier to pronounce all these made-up comic names.
Ah, yes, indeed.
JLA issue 13 for $2.50.
I think John is a little bit too close to the camera on that one.
Back up, man. Back up.
He's just breathing down everyone's neck. He's like, he's just really angry.
JLA 14, Rock of Ages Part 5 of 6. So basically, Metron shows up and says that Superman is fated to destroy this red rock of power that Lex has, and if they allow him to do this, this will basically mean the fate, of the world is coming to an end.
Oh.
So they go back in time, go to the future. Excuse me. They go to the future and try and prevent this rock from being destroyed.
Huh.
So
curious.
This becomes one of the many times that the JLA encounter, the fourth world and apocalypse in this run.
I was going to say, is Darkseid is that originally from a Jack Kirby concept? The Darkseid is line, is that from Jack Kirby's original fourth world, or was that something that was created later on?
Oh, this poster tagline, Darkseid is.
Yeah, it's such a famous quote for him, Darkseid is.
I don't know when they came up with that actually.
Because we recently talked about Miracle Man by Tom King. At least 3 times per issue, that quote will show up just randomly.
Okay.
But it's supposed to be subliminal messaging almost, where it's it's hitting in frames and stuff it's really creepy when it happens.
Cool.
But it's such a famous quote. I wonder, did Grant Morrison create it, or was it originally from Jack Kirby?
Let us know in the comments if you guys know where the Darkseid is phrase came from.
Yeah.
Next up, a bit of a larger issue. This is a dynamic double-sized conclusion. JLA issue 15, the conclusion of Rock of Ages Part 6 of 6. The reason
double-sized conclusion.
The reason I really like the Rock of Ages storyline is because at the very end, the Joker actually steals the Red Rock, and Martian Manhunter stops him by using his telepathy to make the Joker sane.
Oh.
And the Joker breaks down and just is speaking in full normal
that's crazy
sentences. Yeah. So I think it's this issue right here. It's just while Martian Manhunter tries to get him to relinquish the rock. But yeah, it happens in this issue, I do believe. JLA 15. Just a really cool Joker moment where he sort of shows his humanity a little bit. It's pretty cool.
Interesting. Production for the Joker 2 just stopped recently also.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
This writer's strike is going to be affecting everyone's favorite shows and movies, I'm sure.
Yeah, it stopped the production of Penguin and the production of Batman Part 2. The Batman Part 2.
Yeah.
But, hey, pay your writers. You have the money, guys.
Just go ahead and hand that money over to the Raiders, okay?
They deserve a living wage.
Sounds good. All right, thanks.
They deserve to be able to afford groceries and rent. That would be nice.
This is it. The new lineup, JLA issue 16 for $250, featuring some new characters: Steel, Plastic Man, looks like Big Barda, Orion. Got some new guys in the fold now that moving forward will be an important part of the story.
I think, honestly, Plastic Man is one of those characters that really is just incredibly powerful, but people don't realize because he's always really, like, jokey.
Right.
Like, he can literally shapeshift into anyone, and he can't die.
Right.
He was actually cut up into thousands upon thousands of microscopic pieces and scattered into the ocean, and somehow he was still alive and reformed.
That's
like
crazy.
over like a million years. Like he just slowly like came closer to each other and just started reforming.
Wow, that's awesome.
Plastic Man for the win.
Plastic Man for the win, bro. That's awesome.
I always loved him in Brave and the Bold.
Yeah, he was fantastic in that Brave and the Bold show. That's my comfort show.
Yeah.
I just go and watch an episode of that whenever I'm.
The hammer of justice is unisex.
Yeah.
I love that quote.
It's great. D. Bradley Baker does the voice, I believe, of Batman.
Yes.
And he does an excellent job. It's such a good, commanding Batman voice.
Yeah, it's so like it's just on the it's like a mix between Adam West and like Kevin Conroy. It's like deep like Kevin Conroy's, but like still with that like punctuation of Adam West where it's like
Right, and like the old, obviously the old timey like phrases and catchphrases and stuff like that. Comment below your favorite Batman animated adaptation.
Yeah, for me personally, it's Batman Beyond. I think Batman Beyond is truly one of the single best adaptations of any Batman medium, simply because it goes fully original with most of its concepts, and it took a character that was already amazing and expanded even further on him by putting someone else in front of him.
Right.
Specifically Terry McGinnis. And I think Terry is such a fun character. I love the quippy Batman Beyond. It's always really funny. And I love him fighting Joker. You remember that?
Yeah.
He beats Joker by making fun of him and laughing. And Joker gets so angry because he's like, Batman doesn't laugh. Batman does not laugh. And he gets so pissed.
It's great.
It's so good.
Such a good moment.
Anyway.
So next up, JLA issue 17 for $250. This is featuring a new villain, Prometheus.
Yes, Prometheus. He is actually a pretty interesting character. He has all the fighting styles of every single character downloaded into his brain through the helmet.
Yeah.
So he knows how to actually counter basically everyone.
He's a big threat, and in his first encounter with the JLA, he beats them all up.
Yeah, I don't necessarily
messes
know
them up
how he
pretty
would
bad.
beat some of the characters, but I'm sure that if I read the issue, I would understand more.
Yeah, basically.
How did he beat Plastic Man? That is one of my real questions. And Superman. Oh, did we skip?
No, I didn't realize, but JLA issue 18 for $250 was written by Mark Waid.
Oh,
So Mark was already subbing, it looks like.
Huh. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, that's good though. At least, it gave time for Mark to adjust to maybe Grant's writing style, so that he could mimic it and keep the run going without it feeling disjointed.
Yeah.
I think that's a pretty smart idea to have like the next writer come in near like maybe the middle or end part and kind of just help out a little bit just to get the flow of things. Honestly, that's probably something that most writers should do.
Yeah, like have like a little trial.
Like
arc.
a little trial period. Yeah, like a little arc where you're working with the artist or the creator of the last arc.
Yeah.
And they kind of tell you like, hey, like, so like this character wouldn't really do this or something. Like, imagine if Nick Spencer gave Zeb Wells a little trial period.
Yeah.
Fired! No. But yeah, no.
Writers working in tandem rather than against each other.
Yeah, I never understood why some writers.
Pretty cool concept.
Yeah, it's pretty cool when writers work together and realize that they all want the same thing.
Yeah.
Good, well-written stories.
Yeah. JLA issue 18 for $250. JLA number 19 for $250. Also written by Mark Wade. JLA 20 for $250. There's a bonus JLA Elseworlds preview in the back of this too. If you're into Elseworlds, pretty cool.
You excited for Tom King's take on Wonder Woman?
Well, I mean, I love Tom King, so I have no doubt that he'll kill it. I don't know what his angle is yet, so I'm very curious.
Well, we know about Trinity, so that's
right.
Which is which is Wonder Woman's daughter, and apparently she has 3 lassos: the lasso of truth and the 2 other ones that were created by Batman and Superman, respectively.
Huh.
One of them is incredibly dark, and then the other one is literally just made out of pure light.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know what exactly they are, but
cool.
That's still very interesting, I think.
Yeah, I wonder where she's going to keep all those.
Well, no, she has one over here. She has another behind her, and then she has one on her shoulder at all times. And the lasso of truth is the one on her shoulder.
I'll have to look up the design. Yeah. Let us know if you guys are reading Wonder Woman right now. Issue 800 comes out very soon. And is it this? Well, I can't remember if it's Flash or Wonder Woman that's 800 this week. Or is it both?
It's both.
Oh, it's both?
Yeah.
Really? Dang.
Oh, so here it is. Here's her design. You see the lassos?
2 on the hips and 1 on the the shoulder. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
So, yeah, one of them's all white, one of them's pure black, and then the lasso from her mother, which is the lasso of truth that we've all come to know and expect.
Lucas and I love Tom King. Let us know if you guys do too, and if you're excited for the new Wonder Woman series. JLA 21 for $250. And then Grant Morrison is back for issue 22. This is a very significant issue. This is $350. This is significant because it's the first appearance of Dream outside the Vertigo imprint.
Huh. So apparently the silver lasso is the lasso of persuasion used by Donna Troy, Wonder Girl. The original Wonder Girl. And then the black lasso we actually don't know much about.
Okay.
Anyway, continue, sorry.
First Dream outside of Vertigo for just $350. Excuse me, $350. Issue 23 for $3. This is pretty cool. This is the first appearance of Batman 1 Million. And also the first appearance of a Justice Legion A from the 853rd century. Wonder Woman in this issue comes back to rejoin the Justice League after Hippolyta was filling in for her as Wonder Woman.
After her mother Hippopotamus came in to fulfill.
Yeah. JLA issue 23 for $3.
Yeah, it's interesting that Hippolyta came in and took her spot for a while.
Yeah.
That was actually recently addressed in the Revenge of the Gods Lazarus Planet event.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they mentioned it.
Cool. Here's a pretty famous cover right here.
She also took over when Diana was thought to be dead after Death Metal.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, she took over in the Justice League slot.
Cool.
And then once Diana came back, she flipped.
Word.
This is a famous cover.
Pretty famous cover right here. JLA number 24 for $3. Delaney and Porter on the cover here. Pretty famous right here. Very cool cover.
So how much of this run have you read? Just curious.
I think I read the first arc in digital, but I wanted to do the whole thing before I
put it on the list.
Talk about it fully. But I'm definitely putting it on the list. I just want to read a little bit more on it.
No, that's fair.
because it's a really
It's a phenomenal story.
Yeah.
I'm trying to think of what Justice League I would want to cover, if any.
JLA issue 25 for $250.
So, how's everyone's day going? Definitely talk to us. We're lonely. Please. Please. Okay. But yeah, say hello.
Hope you guys are having a lovely Sunday.
It's actually really nice outside, at least in Philly. Someone parked their Lambo outside of our comic shop.
Nice Lamborghini right there.
So,
Mustard yellow.
that's cool. Yeah, no, that really is a mustard yellow. Oh, wait, it's not a Lamb.
Isn't it?
What is it exactly? It's like a Chevy? Something? Anyway, it's a sports car.
Supra.
So whatever, it's a sports car. Doesn't matter.
JLA issue 26. This is actually the only, besides issue 1, the only other really sort of valuable issue of JLA. This is $10. This is the first appearance of Jakeem Thunder, owner of the Thunderbolt? How do you say it? Is Thunderbolt?
Jakeem Thunder.
The Thunderbolt. The genie.
I can never pronounce it.
I can never pronounce the name of the genie. But anyway.
Everyone just calls him Thunderbolt.
Thunderbolt, yeah.
Everyone just calls him that.
First full appearance of Jakeem Thunder. $10.
Mills asks, did we go to Fan Expo this weekend? No, we didn't. But we did have a 10% off sale for anyone who did. Me and Elias typically we're going to be going to NYCC this year. Again.
But I wish I could have gone to Fan Expo because I've never been.
Yeah, same.
But we were stuck in this shop. So we didn't get to go, unfortunately, but we were just running a sale.
Yeah. But yeah, we're going to be going to NYCC. If you guys are going, definitely tell us. Hopefully we'll see you there.
Yeah.
Next issue has Amazo, one of my favorite villains for the Justice League. I think he is one of those characters that really puts the Justice League to the test because it shows that it isn't just their powers that makes them a team. It's legitimately their teamwork and strategy.
Right.
If they don't have that, they're nothing.
This is actually written by another writer who is also well known in his own right. Mark Millar did JLA number 27.
Huh.
This is $250, and this is one of the few covers with speech bubbles on it. I've just beaten the world's greatest superheroes. How are you going to stop me? I won't. You will kill me.
He just rips you in half like the boys. Like
JLA issue 27 by Mark Millar for $250.
I still think my favorite adaptation of Amazo is probably for design wise. I think it's the Young Justice version of him, like design wise.
Mm-hmm.
But for legitimately like the character, I think the best version is the one from Justice League Unlimited, who comes back, gets all the power, comes back, and just asks Lex Luthor, "What is my purpose? Like, why do I exist?" And Lex Luthor's like, "You have all this power, and you really came all the way back here to ask me that? Really?
Yeah.
Lame."
Yes, we can see your comment.
Yes.
You switched to Twitch. Yeah. Most of the comments are coming from YouTube this week. But yes, we can see you from Twitch.
Yep.
JLA issue 28. Grant Morrison on this issue. $3. First appearance of LKZ, that I'm not going to try and pronounce, a genie similar to Thunderbolt. $3 for issue 28.
Like not the genie?
Issue 29.
29.
Guest starring the Justice Society of America. Very cool issue here. I forgot to mention that was the start of a new arc. Crisis Times 5.
Crisis Times 5.
Part 1.
You know it's good when it has the word crisis in it.
You know it's going to be a good DC story if they say crisis.
I'm sorry, I can't say that with a straight face.
Is the pun?
Yeah. How many eyes does
Nick Fury have? Just the one. You know what that means? We'll be right back after a quick break.
Imagine being at a convention and going to an interview panel that's just for you. No bustling crowds, no hours-long lines, just you, the moderator, and your favorite comic book creators. Well, this is pretty much that. Miss Jen sits down every week with 2 comic book creators for a live stream interview about their latest work, and you can ask them whatever you want. It's Talking Shop, Mondays at 5 Eastern on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales. Comic Collectibles is a pretty straightforward show. You got Rex here, he sells the comics, and you got Rockin' Robbie, he knows about the comics. And finally, John, well, no one really knows what John does. I mean, don't get me wrong, he's a great guy, but he just keeps showing up. Come to think of it, I don't even really know how he gets in here. Anyway, awesome comics, rare books, rarer signatures, slabbed books, and amazing cover sketches by Ken Hazer and others. Simple formula, you want the comics, you buy the comics. To sum up, Rex sells the comics, Robbie knows the comics, and John, who might possibly be a ghost. I mean, seriously, has anyone ever seen him show up or leave? Comic Collectibles with Rex and John, Mondays from 6 to 8 Eastern on The Experience, Comic Culture and Sales.
Do you remember what it was like when you were a little... Do you remember what it was like when you were a little kid and you got a letter in the mail? Now imagine that letter was filled with information about your favorite shows, pop culture questions, links to things you're going to want to see later, and even sneak peeks at upcoming programming here on The Experience. That's what the EXP mailing list is. Every week, we send you sneak peeks, information, and all of the relevant links for all of the shows you want to see. Sign up now on our website or scan the QR code that's on your screen right now.
Hey guys.
Hello, everybody.
Elias.
Welcome back once again to Fat Jack's Comicrypt.
Elias has an important question.
Does anyone in the audience today like pickle chips, like pickle flavored chips, like dill pickle Lays? Dill pickle Lays are really good. I love them. I've been getting a lot of flack for that this week because it's what I've been having with my lunches. I like them.
You always have a bag of chips in your bag, unironically.
I keep snacks on me.
Mills said no. Mills was like, no, what are you doing, my God?
Strong no from Mills.
Mills was like, what are you eating, my man?
It's dill pickle. Like, I don't know. It's like a normal seasoning, like dill. Like it's. I don't know, man. I've been getting a lot of hate.
I don't know,
for this.
man.
I
It
don't know.
doesn't seem so normal if everyone else disagrees with you.
Well, it's not even like a limited edition flavor, bro. It's like a normal flavor that they make.
Wait, what else is everyone saying?
All dressed is best. Yeah, all dressed.
Try pickled chips with tahini.
So I was.
Okay. There's an episode of Letterkenny about this. All dressed is best. Pickle is third.
So I just went to Canada for vacation, and I got all the exclusive snacks that I could find. So I got ketchup Lays, which I love, all dressed Lays, and magic masala Lays. And the magic masala was like Indian spice on like a ruffle chip, like it had ruffles ridges to it. Really good.
Tahini is really, really good.
So Canadian Lays, fire flavors.
I think my favorite flavor is probably sour cream and onion. But
That's a good pick.
I also really like salt and vinegar.
Salt and vinegar chips I love. Yeah, those are
It just kicks
my
so
top three
hard.
like chips of all time. Tostitos into lime, or just most lime chips. Salt and vinegar, and Doritos, spicy sweet chili, the purple bag.
Actually, oh yeah, I have tried that with you.
Yep, those are the only vegan Doritos.
Oh really? Huh. Magic Marsala.
Yeah, Magic Masala. It's really good. They're like in like a dark blue bag, but it's a little bit smaller than your average bag of Lay's. It's like 3/4 the size. For some reason, it's just a little bit smaller.
Mills is still calling you out for eating
Really good.
dill pickle chips. Mills is now severely dropping in your his opinion of you severely dropping.
Yeah, I'm damaging my reputation.
Over chips.
Anywho, hope you're eating your favorite chips while you watch the stream. JLA issue 29 for $2.50. Justice Society is in this issue.
So, you know what's crazy? I actually kind of prefer the name Justice Society over Justice League as like a team name. I kind of prefer it over Justice League.
I don't know. I feel like it doesn't roll off the tongue quite as well. Justice Society, like it's a lot of S sounds.
What else do you think?
I love the JSA. Like they're just such a great team, and anything with them, I will always enjoy.
What do you think should be like? Let's say remove Society and League. What do you think is another Justice
Group, Justice Band, Justice Gang,
Justice Gang?
I don't know if I can think of much else, to be honest.
Justice Front?
Front?
Yeah. Like the Liberation Front.
Oh, yeah. It's kind
Justice
of
Front. Like you would for like old-timey war campaigns, I guess.
If it's a good superhero name, it's probably been done.
Yeah, true.
Justice Society does sound powerful. It does sound commanding. It's true. I do enjoy it that way.
Also, League, for some reason, has a dictatorship feel to it for me personally.
Yeah.
I don't know why. But it's like the League will speak with you now. it's like very like I don't know. It's
Society just feels more friendly. It like like the what is it the Merry Marvel Marching Society. Like it just feels more friendly and it feels more old timey, which I think lends itself to a Golden Age team like that. Just
yeah.
This cover is featuring Alan Stewart,
Justice
Green
Homies,
Lantern,
Justice Babysitters Club, Justice
Juggalo, yeah.
That's funny.
Spectre, Wildcat, Jay Garrick. I think, is that Jakeem?
Yes, that is Jakeem. He has the pen.
Yeah, there's Jakeem there.
Honestly, Jakeem's powers are kind of busted. Whatever he just wishes for,
yeah,
the genie just does.
Pretty awesome.
Have you read the most recent issue of JSA? Justice Society?
Yeah.
So what do you think?
It's treading water for me. I'm starting to get bored, to be honest.
Oh, really? I thought the latest issue actually kind of picked it up a little bit.
No, not for me.
Fair.
No, it's sort of like.
I thought the past issue, like the past 2 issues, have been treading water, but this one finally picked up.
I mean,
she stayed in a period of time longer than 5 minutes.
Yeah, that was good. Yes, but like, it wasn't. The ending wasn't like a cliffhanger or anything that really kept me like on the edge of my seat, waiting for the next issue. That was my problem.
That's fair.
But I have high hopes for it. Comment if you guys are reading the current Jeff Johns JSA run. Or sorry, is it just called Justice Society?
Justice Society.
I forget. Is it just called?
Just Society of America specifically.
It is JSA?
Yeah.
Do we have any left? Yeah, we do. It is Justice Society of America. Yeah. Comment if you guys are reading that run and what you think. Because we are both reading that run, Lucas and I. Here's the final part of Crisis Times 5, part 404, 31. JLA 31 for $2.50.
Crisis to the Nth
Is that
Power.
Thunderbolt in the cover there?
Is
that the evil?
That's the evil one.
Hmm.
Yeah, the Thunderbolt is always purple.
Right.
He's always purple. I don't know why. It's like pinkish purple, but yeah, that's his color. I'm guessing the blue is the evil because I guess maybe it's a version. I don't know.
Hmm.
The genie used to be evil when it was originally introduced, and it was trapped by the original Thunder.
Right.
I've always thought it should be Legion of Doom-esque group called Justice Busters.
Justice Busters, that's fun. I love the name Legion of Doom though.
Yeah, Legion of Doom is perfect.
I think that's a great name.
That I think that should never change. I don't really like Injustice Society or Injustice League.
It's really funny. They stuck with Injustice Gang for a surprising amount of time.
Yeah, they did.
It's an older name, but the fact that they stuck with it, or I guess Grant stuck with it in this run, is really funny to me.
But yeah, Legion of Doom is just way more interesting.
Yeah. JLA issue 32. Mark Waid is back to fill in for a little bit. I think this is a very short arc that they have him on here. This is dealing with Batman and Bruce Wayne.
It was funny
issue 32 for $250.
It was funny when they introduced the Legion of Doom and they tried giving like a logical reason for why they would name themselves the Legion of Doom, and it was like an acronym or something.
Yeah.
And it was just really funny because it was like some keyword that like Lex Luthor, like it was some weird thing with like Lex Luthor and like the Source Wall, and like the word that he needed to unlock the Source Wall was Doom.
Oh, okay.
Like that was what he was trying to form because that was the only way to unlock the Source Wall. Like he had to cause a crisis.
JLA issue 33 for $250. JLA versus Bruce Wayne.
Throws money at you. It just throws a couple $100 bills in your face. Back, I say, back.
JLA 34 for $250. Looking for this Green Lantern, and Kyle saying, "You? Someone has stolen Kyle's ring. Oh no! Find out who inside."
You know, in Tower of Babel. Actually, no, we're gonna get to that.
Yeah, we're gonna hit that very shortly.
Yeah, so I'll actually wait on that fact. But one of the craziest deaths I've seen for a Green Lantern was Kyle Rayner's death in the Injustice comics. Sinestro basically had him tied up, ripped his finger off, and then just ripped his arms and legs in the middle of the vacuum of space. Yeah.
That was it?
Well, it was pretty brutal.
Yeah, it just feels uncreative.
Sorry, was it not painful enough for you?
You feel very creative. I mean, yeah, obviously the ring is on the finger, so you're going to take the finger.
Well, he took it off so that he wouldn't have oxygen anymore. Like he's dying in the vacuum.
Yeah, so then just let him just sit there. Then that's more creative.
Well, no, he was also like, him. Well, he took the ring and then he encased them, and then he like the torture was to send a message so that also you could get the info about Earth. So it's good.
I'll have to
You're wrong.
I'll have to read it.
You'll have to read every book in existence. What's the info for Uncanny X-Men 89 and 90? Do you want...
oh, yeah, these are the... So, I'll go over these real quick.
Yeah, let's go back to those real quick. Descending Climax.
Haven't seen you in the stream before. Hope you're doing well. So, X-Men 89 and 90, these are reprints of Uncanny X-Men 41 and 42. 41 and 42. So this is a reprint of the first appearance of Grotesque. Very fine minus for $38. And this is The Death of Professor X. Oh no! For a very good grade for $16. So 38 and 16.
Apparently, Point Reyes Vacation Rentals said, "You mentioned Letterkenny, and now I'm streaming it and probably won't get off the couch the rest of the day." I never watched it.
I've heard great things, but I've never watched it myself.
Yeah.
So that's X-Men 89 and 90.
Yeah.
Just like Descending has done, feel free to comment any questions you have about anything up here.
And any specific
any questions in general.
We have Amazing Fantasy 50. No, we don't. What is Letterkenny about? That's the real question.
It's a very slice of life kind of show, I guess you would say. If I'm not incorrect. Canadian rednecks. Okay, yeah. Canadian rednecks.
I heard one of the main characters, funny. Like people wanted him to be fan casted as Superman.
Oh, okay, interesting.
Yeah. Something along those lines.
JLA issue 35 for $250,
The
featuring
Spectre.
Hal Jordan Spectre.
Yeah, this is an interesting period of time because Hal Jordan was still dead, but was now the Spectre.
Yeah.
Kind of crazy. It's honestly kind of wild how many people have been the Spectre. How do you even lose the abilities?
Well, what is it? It's only like 3 or 4, I feel like, in the DC
No,
universe.
I feel like it's more than that. Let me
More?
see.
Well, I feel like it selects you, right? The spirit.
Yeah, it definitely selects you. You're not like choosing it.
Trailer Park Boys-ish. Okay, cool. I love Trailer Park Boys. So, Canadian Trailer Park Boys sounds fun. Is your phone charger?
No,
Do you have a phone charger out?
no.
Okay, I'll have to plug that in later.
No, I don't. Jim Corrigan.
Yeah, so there's Jim Corrigan.
Okay, I'm looking into it. Give me a second.
There's Hal Jordan.
Hal Jordan. Crispus Allen.
Right. Crispus, we just learned about today.
Christmas. No.
Crispus.
Crispus. And then I'm looking through his history and
Quick, get there first, chat. How many Spectres have there been?
Jim
How many
Corrigan.
different people?
I'm running through this. Madame Xanadu?
Really? Okay.
Yeah, apparently he couldn't remain outside for more than 48 hours, so he used Madame Xanadu as a way to host himself in between.
Any more?
Not as far as I can see. That is actually it.
So
Wow.
4.
Huh.
So I was right. Only
And
4.
probably one of them doesn't even count, to be honest.
Yeah.
Oh wait, so Oliver Queen in the Arrowverse and Alfred Pennyworth in Earth
Oh,
too, but that doesn't count.
I mean, Arrow. I wouldn't count Arrowverse.
Yeah. I don't think anyone wants to.
Yeah.
Especially with how Flash ended. That was bad. That was really bad.
We have any viewers of the Flash show in here?
Oh
Were you
man.
sad to see it go? Or were you happy to see it go?
I think I'm very happy it was put down like it was sick. It was on its last it wasn't even on its last leg. It was already on life support.
Yeah.
It was limping down the aisle. It needed to be put down, and the directors and writers did not want to do it. They kept on forcing it to live.
Yeah.
And it was very sad.
Yeah. JLA issue 36, World War III, Part 1. Another Injustice gang has taken form here in the shape of the last few arcs villains coming together under Lex Luthor.
Injustice Clan. Sorry, I was thinking of Wu-Tang Clan. I was like, huh. I'm like trying to think of like alternating names for Injustice Gang.
Why do I
Me when a
I
wise
think I have
forgets
a
the
gun here.
price to.
JLA issue 37 for 250, World War III Part 2. The Injustice Gang strikes. We're running out of room on the rack.
We are.
JLA 38. This is I think the last arc. Yeah, this is going to be the last arc. A creature called Mageddon is coming to destroy the Earth, and the Justice League must stop him.
Mageddon?
Yep,
Really?
Mageddon, not Armageddon, just called Mageddon.
I'm sorry, but that's such a lame name.
It's actually it's definitely a lame name, but it's actually a very interesting arc.
Oh, I'm sure, but it was just really funny to me.
No, it is a very silly
Mageddon.
name, for sure.
That's funny.
Basically, Mageddon is this giant Galactus, ego-style character in that he's a giant sphere, and he brainwashes the entire Earth to go to war.
Huh.
That's why it's called World War III, because the whole of humanity is warring with each other. So he gets them to just fight each other, and he does some pretty significant damage before the JLA is able to take him out.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. JLA issue 39 for 250. I'm gonna fit the last of his arc on one
On one rack.
thing, just so I know where it is. JLA 40.
And is that the end?
And the final issue.
Answered my question.
The final issue for a little bit more. Issue 41 of JLA for $350.
Why 41? Why end up with that?
Mugeddon. I don't know why on 41.
I feel like that's
But this right here is Grant Morrison's final issue of JLA.
Trying to think. So 40 issues, let's say like one issue a month. How long is that? I'm trying to think.
It might have been even more frequent of a release than that, to be honest.
3 years. About 3 years
Wow.
at the time.
Yeah. This is a pretty long running series.
I don't blame him for leaving after 3 years.
Yeah.
After 3 years, I feel like any writer would feel tired.
Yeah. And not all the issues are him. Some of them are Mark Waid, and there's just one Mark Millar issue, which is pretty funny. But yeah, so 1 through 41, with the exception of missing issue 2. Just get that notification.
Notification from the old laptop.
Minus issue 2, we have 1 through 41 here. We will take offers on that bundle for sure.
Yeah. If you guys have any offers, definitely tell us.
JLA issue 42 for $250. There were some sub writers in here at this point, but they still had Porter on the covers.
Okay. I'm trying to think of other Justice League runs that I actually enjoy. Like I just pulling up.
I mean, I think Dark Side War is pretty cool, but it's like
It's cool, but for entry level people,
no, definitely not.
That's what I'm also
you're
trying to
thinking
think
entry.
of. Yeah.
Okay. I thought you were just
I'm trying to
saying
think for
good.
the video also.
Yeah.
I
You didn't do your DC yet? You just did Marvel?
no, I just did the Marvel.
Oh, gotcha.
I haven't done the DC yet.
Cool. So here we go. Issue 43 of JLA is the beginning of the Tower of Babel storyline by Mark Waid.
Yeah. Crazy art. Wild thing. So we can discuss what the contingencies were for each one. Basically.
Well, explain what this story is to someone who might be unfamiliar.
Oh, yeah, sure. Sorry. So basically, what happens is Batman's contingency plans get hacked, and Ra's al Ghul is trying to kill humanity. So the best way he's trying to distract the Justice League is by using the contingency plans while also stealing Thomas and Martha Wayne's corpses and hanging them over a pit of lava.
Oh, how nice.
To make Bruce go crazy and just try to find them, so he doesn't have time to tell them about the contingencies.
Yeah.
And how to defeat them. So for Superman, the contingency was red kryptonite. Specifically, that made his powers overload and his skin see-through, therefore giving him too much solar radiation. And he can't close his eyes or anything. Everything, his eyes, whenever he closed, he just saw right through them.
Right.
And he couldn't stop anything. And everything was sensitive too.
Yeah.
Green Lantern, Kyle Rayner to be specific, was tricked into believing subliminally that he was blind. And because he believed he was blind, the Green Lantern ring actually made him blind.
Right.
Which is crazy because you need to see to create constructs. But also, how does the ring do that? I have too many questions. Flash, he had a bomb strapped to him. He had to keep moving. If he stopped under a certain speed, he would die. John Jones was caught perpetually on fire. And Aquaman was basically given a hallucinogen where he always thought that he was in the desert. Therefore, it made his body always... Oh, wait, no. Sorry, I'm wrong. So it made him gain aquaphobia. Fear of water. That was it.
Yeah.
He had fear of water.
Yeah.
Which is why they needed to put him under sedation. They made him John Jones put him psychically into a desert so that he would calm down.
Okay.
So that he would calm down because he had aquaphobia.
Gotcha.
Until that was fixed.
Yeah.
And I'm trying to remember the other characters. There was one for everybody except for Batman, which is why Ra's al Ghul stole the corpses of his parents, which is, not gonna lie, pretty screwed up. Pretty screwed up, man. I don't know about that, Chief.
Yeah. So we have the full Tower of Babel storyline in physical form here. If you guys want it, we have it right here. Tower of Babel, JLA issue 43 for $3.
I'm trying to remember what the other contingencies were.
Yeah, comment below the Tower of Babel contingency plan if you remember.
I had a video idea for us where it was like we make our own contingency plans.
Oh yeah, that's on the list. Yeah,
and I was on the
remember
list.
that. Yeah.
But for like every hero, so like let's say Marvel and DC.
Yeah.
We would choose like 5 each.
Yeah. I don't know. I'd have to think a lot about that. That's why I put it off, because I was like, this is too hard for characters that are like the Sentry and stuff that are really powerful.
So the Wonder Woman's contingency was being injected with nanites and trapping her in a virtual reality where she's dueling an opponent that is her equal in every way.
Mm.
And because she refuses to ever surrender, it means that she would eventually die from exhaustion. Continuing on from that, the Flash had in the Justice League Doom movie it was the bomb, but actually in the Tower of Babel book he was actually shot with a vibra bullet, which induced seizures, micro seizures that were so quick that it was happening at the speed of light, and so. It was so awful for him. Like he said, like he was trapped for an eternity, basically.
Wow.
Just constantly experiencing seizures because he tried vibrating the bullet out of his body, and that's what caused. That's exactly what they expected him to do with that contingency.
Right.
GL, Aquaman, Martian Manhunter was injected with nanites that coated his skin. And made him perpetually combust.
Classic nanite. A lot of nanite.
Yeah, a lot of nanites. Plastic Man was frozen. He was frozen in liquid nitrogen. There was a fly.
Almost fly though.
And then, Batman was just his own paranoia about his parents' death. That's it. So pretty wild, honestly.
Anything on Catwoman? Did we sell that Catwoman mini?
I believe we did. Yes, we did. Because we sold the 1 through 4.
Did we have any Catwoman in this collection?
We do have some Catwoman. I believe we have some Catwoman in here. Yes. In this box specifically.
We're checking for you, Rebecca. While he's doing that, JLA Tower of Babel Part 2, JLA 44 for $275. Are they just random Night's End issues?
Yeah, that's the only ones that we have for you.
Just those two?
Yep.
So we have yes, we do use PayPal. So any purchases you make, you just fill out the form. And then when you send us the PayPal payment, we can send out your books.
Yeah.
The only 2 Catwoman issues that we have
at hand,
literally next to us right now, is from the Night's End storyline. So Catwoman issue 12 for $3, and Catwoman issue 13 for $3.
Yeah. So this is her second solo series that she ever had, and basically this is direct continuation of the Nightfall event. Basically, this is her dealing with the fact that Azrael has taken up the mantle of Batman.
Yep. So
those are the only two that we have currently on hand.
Her and Azrael right there. And Rebecca would like them. She must be a big Catwoman fan.
Okay.
Is it a catfish? That'd be really funny if that was a catfish.
I'm pretty sure it is, actually.
Lol. All right, 12 and 13 are yours. They're both $3, so that's $6.
Okay.
Not a problem at all. No need to apologize, Rebecca. We're happy to help.
Yeah, if you have any specific issues of Catwoman you want us to look for,
yeah, we definitely have Catwoman in the store. So if there's any particular issues, like Lucas literally just said, I don't know why I'm repeating it. Just let us know what issues you're looking for.
Yeah, and we will always try to find them, and we'll try to have them by next live stream.
Yep.
If you had come, I think 2 weeks ago, we had the whole miniseries for Catwoman.
Yeah, it was just like a
For the
four
first
issue,
solo
right?
series. Yeah, it was just 4 issues. It was our first solo series ever.
Pretty positive we sold it.
Yeah.
Anything X-Men for the females? We definitely have a lot of X-Men books. On hand, not much.
Yeah, I don't believe we have much.
On hand, not a lot, but we will add it to the list for you if you're able to join us next time.
Yeah.
We'll see if we can pull some ideas.
I'll quote X-Men for females. as the
Hellfire Gala is coming up very soon.
Yes.
And
very exciting.
Emma Frost is killing it right now, in my opinion. I think she's been a really important and pivotal character for the X-Men mythos. And we'll see what her announcement is this year. So most Sundays, there are very few exceptions, but we live stream on Sundays from 4:30 to 7 p.m. EST.
Yeah. Also,
catch us on Twitch, Facebook, or YouTube.
Yeah. Speaking of Emma, what do you think about Storm telling the 4 that were sinisterized that they no longer had a vote?
Yeah, she was just like, "Yeah, you guys are done."
Yeah, she's like, "You have no votes anymore."
Yeah.
And then you read X-Men, right?
And then she turned around and trusted Colossus.
Yeah. Also, X-Men Red. The fight between Storm and Xavier? We never got to talk about that.
No.
No, we never did.
Yeah, it was a really well-written
Crazy.
discussion. I thought it was fantastic.
Yeah.
Was it Michael who was saying he was reading Immortal and Red, I think?
Yes.
Yeah, Immortal X-Men and X-Men Red are just like the 2 best X books right now, as far as I'm concerned.
Not even a competition.
So yeah, always recommend those to readers.
Yeah, if you're trying to get the best of the X-Men, that's always the book.
Yeah.
Those 2 books. I would say maybe read The Sword, read House of X, then read Sword, and then go into this.
Yeah.
Oh, and Inferno.
Right.
That's the only other thing.
Last 2 Tower of Babel books. Let me wrap these up real quick. They're both $275. JLA issue 45, featuring some scrambled language on the cover.
So the idea behind Ra's al Ghul's master plan is to basically disrupt all language. He believes that if he makes it so that everyone's intelligible to each other, eventually the world will just fall into disarray and everyone will basically die.
Right.
Because planes won't be able to land. Other people won't be able to understand each other. It'll get to the point where everyone is just confused and angry, and eventually it would just hit a breaking point.
Rebecca, Kyle here will send you the form so that you can fill it out so we can ship those books to you. So just make sure you fill out the form.
Yep.
Tower of Babel.
But yeah, that was his master plan, which it's okay. It's okay. I mean, it's not the most effective. It's not the most effective way to kill humanity specifically. Like, I mean, I could probably name a bunch of different ways. Not that I have them just lying in my back pocket.
Of course not. JLA issue 46 is the Tower of Babel conclusion.
Just starts rattling off ways to kill humanity. I'm sure this won't get me on a watch list of any sort.
So Tower of Babel. All 4 issues, just a 4-part mini, pretty small 4-part arc. you can have them your very self. Find out all of Batman's contingency plans for the JLA.
I also recommend checking out the Justice League Doom animated movie, which takes inspiration from this. I honestly think the contingency plans in that are significantly better than the comic version, which is usually not the case.
Right.
It's really sick.
A lot of work on every level. Oh, like to take out each character?
Oh, yeah.
I mean, if you just inject them all with nanites and nanites
Yeah,
do different
50%
stuff,
of them were just
then,
nanites.
that's easy.
I mean, if you're the letterer of that comic and you have to letter all the different languages, it seems like a whole lot of work. Writing, drawing,
From an actual
Mm-hmm.
creative team.
controlling the
I got you.
superheroes, like all of it. It just seems like too much.
Yeah, definitely quite the ordeal. But you know, Batman, his whole thing is if I had prep time, I could take out
Batman with prep time, invincible.
Batman with prep time equals invincible. So I just think it's always fun to see what plans he has. No, I mean that every like middle school argument about Batman versus people.
It's just that.
It's just that, and it annoyed me to no end.
Yeah. And that is why when people don't read Batman, it's specifically because of that.
Yeah.
At times.
JLA issue 47 by Mark Waid, featuring Brian Hitch on the pencils. First Queen of Fables appearance. $3.
So in Justice League Doom, I think some of the interesting ideas that are changed from the original Tower of Babel is the fact that Green Lantern, the way he's tricked, is basically he is thought to have killed, what's her name? His girlfriend, Fenris. Carol Ferris, yes. So he is thought to have killed her.
Yeah.
And he loses the will to live because of it.
Ah.
The reason why he experiences that is because he is injected with a variation of Scarecrow's fear toxin that makes him hallucinate that this one woman who died is Carol Ferris.
Cool. Kyle, I didn't know you were a HeroClix player. That's really funny.
Yeah.
Yeah, Lucas and I haven't played in a while, but we definitely have to soon. Mike was also mentioning that we never played a match with him.
Oh, do we actually?
So
yeah, we never did.
I'd love to get beaten badly and severely by Mike.
Well, I would just use Vulcan.
Yes.
Vulcan is like one of the most broken characters I've ever played.
Is it the House of X?
House of X, yeah. The Pox
series, Vulcan.
Pox Hawks. The Pox Hawks.
Yeah, so, Pox, yeah.
Pox Hawks.
JLA 48 for $2.75. Queen of Fables Part 2 of 3.
Queen of Fables. But yeah, Flash also gets a bomb shoved into his like ankle, or no, his wrist, and he can't vibrate out of it, and he has to keep going. I think it was like above like 200 miles per hour consistently. If he stopped to run, it would explode and kill anyone near him.
Interesting.
And on top of that, Wonder Woman was given a hallucinogen that made her think that Cheetah was constantly fighting her. Superman was this one person.
I think her other one was fine.
Yeah, no, it's similar to the other one. That one I would say is like probably the most consistent one.
Yeah.
But also, this person's about to jump off, and then it's revealed Superman comes in to save them because he doesn't want them committing suicide. And then it's revealed that's Metallo, and immediately he shoots him with a kryptonite bullet.
Of course.
And it goes in, and because it's purely kryptonite, but it's not enough to be a huge chunk, his skin heals over the kryptonite.
Uh-huh.
So to save him, they have to get a scalpel of kryptonite, and Martian Manhunter has to reach in with his fingers to grab the one bullet.
Uh-huh.
It's a pretty wild.
Cool. Justice League Doom. Check it out.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Final Queen of Fables issue, Justice League 49 for $275.
Also, it's not Raish that does it in the movie. It's Vandal Savage.
Yeah, there you go.
Which makes more sense because his thing is he wants to kill everyone because the only way he can die is if everyone else is dead.
Yeah.
So that's why he wants to kill the Justice League. Oh yeah, and because Bruce didn't have any contingency plans for him other than the Justice League, literally he says that. He's like, the contingency plan is the Justice League for me.
Oh wow.
Like straight up he says that. What he does is he gets buried alive in his parents' grave by Bane.
Huh.
And he's like buried like 20 feet under, which is pretty wild. Because it's like, imagine getting like the whole like Kraven's Last Hunt, but you're buried with your dead parents. Like, yikes!
Wow.
Like it's pretty screwed up. I'm not gonna lie.
JLA issue 50, a big 48-page book right here, featuring a lot of guest artists, which is pretty cool. Some names I recognize: Brian Hitch, Doug Mankey, Kevin Nolan.
Flies.
$425 for JLA issue 50. Big issue right there. Let's see if I can put this to a better bed.
Yeah, what happened?
It's from Art, actually, I think. So,
Okay.
or no, actually, I think he did bag it.
But but two of the reasons why they win is because one, Batman claws himself out, and two, Cyborg had just recently joined the Justice League, so there was no file on him yet.
Oh, right.
So Batman had not had enough time. He had not had enough prep time. Therefore, he lost. No, that was the reason why Vandal Savage loses. It's because of that. And John Jones is the same thing where he's just perpetually on fire. His skin's just constantly burning.
Right. Pretty simple solution there.
Yeah, that one's that one.
Aquaman's not in the movie.
No, he's not in the movie.
Yeah.
So it's just them.
But also an easy solution for him too.
Yeah. Hydrophobia is actually a pretty sick way to take him out.
Yeah.
But I mean, they kind of mixed his contingency with Hal Jordan's because they used fear toxin.
Right.
For both to cause it. So
cool.
Oh yeah, and it was Hal Jordan, not Kyle Rayner.
Vandal Savage always sounded to me like Wish.com matcha. That's fun. JLA 51. Oh, okay, sorry.
What?
What's Batman's favorite fruit? Okay, that's actually pretty good. I haven't seen that before. Banana, grapefruit.
There you go.
See, it tricks you there. We'll be right back after a quick break.
Did you know that every experience show, including some exclusive content, streams on Twitch? Check it out, twitch.tv/the_EXP. Or just scan that QR code. What if Hans Gruber from Die Hard had to battle the Joker from Batman the Animated Series in a dance battle? Or who would win in a race between Baby from Baby Driver and Snidely Whiplash? If Austin Powers and Shrek found themselves in a hot dog eating contest, who would emerge victorious? These are the questions we talk about on Nerd Killer Warfare. Debate the most absurd questions you've ever heard in popular culture. Register now by scanning the QR code or visiting bit.ly/EXP casting.
Hey!
Hello, everyone. Back again for the final stretch of today's Fat Jack's Comicrypt live auction show. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. We appreciate it as always. As always, we encourage you to comment any books you're looking for so we can look through and dive through our many, many books.
Yeah, we have no real catalog, so we have to go actually diving deep into the...
Yeah,
like,
we
imagine
physically
Scrooge McDuck's
Yeah.
vault, but instead of that, with extreme paper cuts and comic books.
Yep, just
It hurts.
diving in comics.
It hurts.
Yep.
It hurts a lot.
Lucas wants to take a break from JLA, so we're going to dive into some of the Batman stuff. In the vein of Nightfall.
Yeah.
So let's pull that box out.
So we got some pretty cool Batman stuff, Detective Comics stuff. If any of you guys are a fan of Batman, definitely.
Boring pick. You guys like Batman? That's lame. Doctor Strange 169. Add it to the list, Lucas.
I will.
Mills is on the Silver Age hunt.
169?
I got to ask Mike if he got that Silver Age collection or not.
69.
169.
Okay, it is on Batman 357. I don't know why I'm saying each individual number. And Doc Strange 169.
And we still have those other issues from the other shows that you told us. We wrote them down.
Yep, we're still trying to find some of them. But anyway, let's get started.
Right here we have the full Nightfall storyline scattered across a few books. It was a 19-part series. Can you tell them a little bit about
Nightfall? So Nightfall was around the time where basically all the villains agreed to basically cause chaos during this one night specifically.
Mm-hmm.
And so Batman's on the ropes. He is tired. He's exhausted. He is trying to basically stop all these criminals from pulling out their plans, but instead of it happening once a week with one villain, it's all happening at the same time. And so Robin slowly sees Batman, Tim Drake Robin specifically, slowly sees Batman start losing it because he's been without sleep for 3 days. He's already been up. He's tired. He's hungry. And he is literally at the end of his rope. And then, once he is finished defeating everyone, guess who's waiting for him at the Batcave? None other than Bane to break his back and put him bedridden. And after that, instead of choosing Tim Drake, which would have been, the smart choice to take up the Batman role, he chooses Azrael, someone who he barely met more than 5 issues ago. Because comics. And so and then eventually we realize Azrael is kind of cuckoo, and he is incredibly violent. Not fun at all. So yeah, Elias, can you read what Rebecca said?
Any Batgirl stuff?
So we
actually have the first appearance of Batgirl.
Oh wait, do we?
Yeah, remember?
Oh yeah, we do.
The show?
We do have the first appearance of Batgirl. You want to go and grab it?
Sure.
Okay, I got it. Just wait right there. Don't.
I mean, you can start.
Oh yeah. So yeah, Nightfall. But yeah, it goes from Nightfall to Night Quest to Night End as it travels. But Nightfall is the most famous part of it due to the fact that it is when Batman was severely injured, and it took him a severe period of time to heal due to spinal injuries kind of being kind of drastic, just a tiny smidge. But yeah, after that, once Batman returned and he was at better quality, basically, for fighting, he tried to retake the mantle, but Azrael did not want to give it to him. He had become like a mechanized version of himself, of Batman, and so Batman had to defeat him. And the only way he could was by tricking him to enter this cave and taking off his new mechanical enhancements because it was too big to fit into the hole. I wish that was a joke. That is actually how he defeats him. And then he just beats John Paul Valley repeatedly. Mm-hmm. That is it.
So, Rebecca, we don't have any Batgirl stuff on hand. We will add it to the list for next week. But I just want to show off this issue because I think it's pretty cool, and I get to hold it in my hands, and that's pretty awesome. First appearance of Batgirl from Detective Comics. This is issue 359 for $400. It's a good plus copy.
Yeah,
But I just wanted to show this off. I think this is really cool.
Yeah.
The $1 million debut of Batgirl. It's not worth $1 million. It's worth $400, but still pretty expensive.
Yeah, definitely not a cheap.
Yeah, but yeah, I just like to put this on the show occasionally, just because it's a very cool piece of history.
Yeah,
it's definitely a well-read copy, but it's still fetching a nice hefty price. But yeah, first Batgirl right there, Detective 359.
And if anyone else,
I got to get back to memorizing first appearance like numbers and stuff. I used to be so good at that. Like someone could
I can never do that.
I used to be so good at that. Someone could just yell out a character, and I'd be like, "Tales to Sonic 59."
I always hated those type of people.
No, I mean that's
to me that was always like where I drew the line because I never wanted to be that person. That was like I'm very nerdy. But for me personally, I draw the line at
can't do first appearances.
No, I draw the line at just memorizing the numbers in general.
Yeah.
Like memorizing any like issue numbers for like specific events, like it's fine to know like
it's just the next step, man. You're just afraid to take that final leap of nerd.
Bro, if I do that, then I'll lose it all. Lose my sanity.
No coming back from that.
Yeah, I'll have to feel like a completionist and need to memorize every single number of every comic in existence. I don't want that. I don't need that.
Rebecca.
Hello, cool gamer.
We'll add it to the. Rebecca will add it to the list.
Oh, I was not expecting that name to come out of my mouth.
Batgirl series for you.
But yeah, we have the entire Nightfall series, all 19 issues.
All right.
Show some of them off.
All right. Nightfall Part 1 takes place in Batman 492. Amazing covers by Kelly Jones.
Yeah.
Kelly Jones. I love Kelly Jones on Batman. I love it.
I love how
elongated. The long ears are not for everyone, but personally, I think they're a blast.
It's so funny.
For the right stories. Nightfall Part 1.
I don't know about for a serious story, but it's very goofy.
Yeah.
Very funny at times. Sometimes you just want to see the ears.
I believe Kelly Jones did
all the
covers.
Yep.
But I guess we'll find out. Nightfall Part 2, Detective Comics 659 for $3.
And for anyone who doesn't know the history of Bane, he is someone that was basically born within a prison, lived within a prison, trained within the prison, and then broke out one day when he heard about the Batman. And he wanted to test himself against the Batman specifically. Basically, his mother and father were mass murderers, and his mom had him while he was in prison but died during childbirth. So in order to fulfill her sentence, they just moved it onto him, which seems very fair. Very fair and balanced legal system
Yeah.
in this Hispanic country. I forgot the name exactly. It starts with a P.
I think it's a made up one.
Yeah, it's a made up one. Yeah, no. They do not want to. They do not want to make a real country. Actually.
Yeah.
But yeah, no. Wait. Now that's gonna bother me. Wait. Bane. DC country.
Origin.
South America. Santa Prisca.
Oh, right.
Santa Prisca. Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Santa Prisca.
yeah. So Santa Prisca is where he's from. And so, yes, it is that country is mostly known for its prison. It's wonderful, luxurious prisons. Yes, don't go there for sightseeing because yikes. But yeah, so he just trains and he literally lives with a bunch of criminals for his entire life. That's all he knows.
Mm.
And I kind of love the I guess duality of the fact that Bane lost his parents just like Bruce, but they took very, very different routes in their life. Bruce became everything against crime while Bane became crime, basically, is the best way to put it. Bruce had everything, Bane had nothing. So, very, very... I honestly like to think as Bane as Batman's real rival, especially when he's written well. Intelligent Bane, well thought out. I hate when he's just a dumb brute.
Yeah.
I never enjoy that.
Right.
Anyway, continuing on.
Nightfall Part 2 in Detective Comics 659 for $3. Nightfall Part 3 in Batman 493 for $3.
Yes. Look at those ears.
Yeah, look at those ears.
Look at them ears.
Look at them go. I don't know. I love this. I love this pose. This is such a cool pose with just the huge cape.
Did I show you by any chance High Top Films? So High Top Film is this video essay guy that I really like, but he has been pitching a Jason Todd movie, short film.
Cool.
And he recently showed off Batman's design in the short film, and it's pretty wild. Look at this.
Okay.
It's like supposed to be but Batman has like the classic purple gloves and everything.
Okay.
But yeah, and then it's supposed to be about Jason, basically.
Interesting. Detective Comics 660 Nightfall Part 4 for $3. Nightfall Part 5 Batman 494 $3.
Yes.
These are all in very fine plus quality, by the way. They're in really good shape.
If you have any questions about them, definitely ask.
Batman 661
True.
Part 6 of Nightfall for $3.
Nightfall.
Batman 495 Nightfall Part 7 featuring Poison Ivy on the cover.
Yes. So as you see, he progressively gets more and more tired as the night goes on. This is all happening within a span of, I think it's just one night, maybe 2 nights. But either way, it is severely running him down. But yeah.
This is a really sick cover. This is not Kelly Jones. And the name is escaping me right now. It's not Batman in Detective Comics 662 for $3.
So apparently, Bane's plan consists of weakening Batman by forcing him to deal with deadly villains all at the same time, and he frees a bunch of inmates from Arkham Asylum. Some of them are Joker, Scarecrow, Riddler, and Poison Ivy, as well as also Mad Hatter, Ventriloquist, Firefly, Cavalier, Film Freak, Mr. Zaz.
Film Freak?
Yes.
I don't think I know
Cornelius
Film
Stirk,
Freak, actually.
Abatur, and Amygdala. And it causes a rift between Robin and Batman as Batman irrationally seeks to face the outbreak alone. Probably due to some trauma with Jason Todd dying. And then eventually Batman is shown pursuing Two-Face alone, and then he is kidnapped by Two-Face and put on trial. And he is saved by Robin. But yeah, as he keeps going, a dose of Scarecrow's fear gas makes him relive the murder of Jason Todd. And then after that, Bane's men assault Batman before Bane makes his move and attacks him at Wayne Manor. Because Bane had deduced the secret identity of Batman. So, pretty crazy.
Batman 496, Nightfall Part 9 for $3. Detective Comics 663, Rats using Batman's face not to drown.
Yes. Do you have any
$3.
Archie or Betty or Veronica or Jughead comics?
Definitely.
We have a bunch
around.
of those.
We'll add it to your list.
Yeah.
If you're able to tune in with us next time.
We have a bunch of issues to look for.
I would also say, Rebecca, if you can, message us on Instagram or Facebook, Twitter, any of those, and we can talk during the week too.
Yeah, but try to tune in next week.
If there's
so that-
any specific issues that you're looking for.
Yeah.
All right, part 11, Breaking of the Bat, very fine plus for $15 is Batman 497.
The moment we all waited for, Batman being broken.
You thought it could never happen. This is cool. This copy has like a nice little fold over. There's like a back sleeve that covers the entire back, and then this folds over here.
Yeah, but all these are very fine plus.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty surprisingly great shape. Yeah, this man's collection, surprisingly enough, I thought wouldn't. I thought most of them were not going to be in good condition just from the look of the box alone, but surprisingly enough, they actually were pretty good.
For having virtually almost no boards in the collection, having them in such good shape is a miracle.
Yeah, no, seriously.
Detective Comics issue 664 is part 12 of Nightfall for $3.
Yeah.
Part 13 of Nightfall is actually from a Two-Face mini. Oh. Huh.
Yes.
Also in this issue, Deathstroke, Peacemaker, and Jade and Obsidian.
Huh. Interesting.
Peacemaker.
That is actually interesting. I didn't realize. Huh.
Now I want to get this issue.
I mean, it's only a 2-issue miniseries for Two-Face.
Yeah. For $2.50.
And then the next part.
Next part, also $2.50. More Two-Face. Also in this issue, Batman Deadshot and Fire and Ice.
Yeah. Oh, did we run out of?
No, I just didn't want to take the time to.
Okay.
Batman 498, Nightfall, Part 15, featuring Bane and Catwoman on the cover.
Yeah.
For $3.
Catwoman and Bane just ripping Bruce apart for some reason.
Well, just his cape.
Yeah.
He's got his cape. Don't worry about it. It's just his cape.
It's just his cape.
Um,
Wait until a specific issue to really enjoy laughing. If it's
Detective Comics 665. It is part 16 of Nightfall for $3.
Ah, yes.
I'll take that Catwoman and then.
Okay. Awesome.
Talking about this one. Part 15 of Nightfall. If this is the one you mean, this is $3. Yep. Okay.
Okay. Perfect. That will be put on for you, Rebecca.
Batman beating someone with a planking with nails in it. Really nice.
Because he's losing it. He is absolutely losing it, as you can tell from this image.
Detective 665 for
I love
$3.
the crazy smile on his face.
Yeah.
He's just lost it.
Robin looks so goofy in this too.
He's just legitimately concerned, but yeah, his forehead is not doing well.
What's going on? Man's got a bad haircut.
Yeah, Tim, poor Tim. He looks like an adult trying to cosplay as a child.
This is a cool cover though. I like this. Batman $4.99.
Yes,
for $3.
And one of our favorite covers of this one,
Detective Comics number 666. If you were wondering which Batman comic had the devil number, it is this one with this amazing cover.
of Bane showing off his nether regions to Batman as he shuns away in fear.
Batman's like, why?
Why are you doing this to me? Why are you not wearing clothes?
Bane with his 80 pack.
Yeah. Man has packs on top of packs. Packs on packs on packs.
And the final issue of the Nightfall story is in Batman 500, featuring a very cool foil variant. This has also a nice wraparound kind of cover protector that when you open this, it reveals Azrael on the inside.
I mean, you can show it off if you want.
Okay.
Yeah. Show it up. Show it up.
Oh. My OCD is triggered by Lucas's uneven tape cut amounts.
Yes.
For $9, you can have this book. This is a very cool fold out right here. Foil on the main cover there, and you see Bane holding Robin by his little puny leg.
Yeah. So pretty sick. Highly recommend.
Is this Kevin Nolan? It is.
It also has a card in there.
Oh yeah, look at that. It's also it's a postcard.
Batman
postcard.
your own Bat postcard. You know, Batman never leaves without it.
Yeah.
It's utility bill.
But yeah, very cool. Very cool book here.
What did you all think of the Nightfall then, when it originally came out?
Very fine grade for $9.
Was it good? Did you guys enjoy it? Did you hate it? Did you think it was...
Did you love it? Did you hate it? What would you rate it?
What, you're the best, you're the best. No one will get that reference. Except for me and Elias.
He's the biggest music reviewer on YouTube.
He is. That is very true. But yeah, Elias is tweaking out because of my tape. His OCD is really kicking in.
Batman 500 for $9. And that concludes our Nightfall run. We have 5 minutes left with you guys today.
If you guys have any specific questions, dumb questions, important questions, versus questions, or anything of the such,
keep throwing comments down there.
I'll start with some. The Shadow versus the Question. Who do you think wins? I'm asking you.
Oh, you're asking me?
Yeah. I think it's pretty obvious the Shadow because he can just turn invisible. They were created around the same time, so that's why I'm like.
Well, so original question then. Okay. So yeah, I guess Shadow.
Shadow because he can hypnotize people, like the Alec Baldwin version. Just turn invisible somehow.
Yeah.
Bro, I still can't. That's so funny to me. Really the man just turns invisible, and so he just has a bunch of water around him.
Kyle asked the important question: how many lows could Rob Lowe rob? If Rob Lowe could rob lows.
Rob Lowe can rob as many lows as Rob Lowe can rob.
If Rob Lowe could rob a Lowe's.
Yeah. I think 5.
Got that out.
I think 5.
5.
I think 5 is like the natural limit before the cops just like stop you. Let's test it out now.
But yeah, it's going to be a huge week for comics this coming week. So
Shazam too.
Please stop by, help us get rid of all these pesky comics off our shelves. There's too many of them. Get them out of here.
Yeah, I kind of have a phobia of comics. My therapist told me to do exposure therapy. That's why you don't see me turning right or left. I'm very much afraid. Ah! But anyway.
We're here at the Philly location. There's also a New Jersey location if that's closer for you. That's in Oakland, New Jersey. Stop by either shop. We got plenty stock. This week, the Philly shop is going to have
so many books
on the front shelf by the door there.
It's going to be so many books that you're not even going to know what we don't even know what to do with them.
We need you guys to
please
come clear them out.
Ironically, please actually come in.
Stuff from the 24th delay and
that really is
stuff from it's going to be June 7th.
Yeah,
the week of June 7th. A lot of good stuff this week. Hope you guys are reading good books. Don't read bad books. Read good books.
I only read bad books. I only exclusively read books that I hate.
That's too bad, man.
I know it's a real unfortunate case of bookitis.
Yeah,
it forces me to read only books I just enjoy. New Red Goblin, I believe, right?
I didn't even finish the yellow cards because there were so many. So
yeah,
I still got to make my polls.
Yeah, me and Elias will be discussing our polls soon enough. Our weekly polls drop every Friday. Hopefully, eventually in the future, once this month of June has passed, we can move them to Wednesday so that they drop day of. But
whoa, timely content!
I know, right?
If you guys haven't had enough of us yet, follow us on the Cosmic Panel.
And if you have
on YouTube,
turn off the phone or computer.
Yeah,
that's it. Like no one's holding.
Run away. Yeah, you don't have to keep watching
like,
us.
I don't know why you're still here.
But if you haven't had enough of us. Find us on YouTube at the Cosmic Panel.
Yeah, me and Elias
we're
just go
uploading. Yeah, we're uploading a lot of videos these days. We're up to like three videos a week.
Yeah.
Talk about all things comics and pop culture.
Some of them incredibly long, and some of them.
Yeah, we got some long form videos for sure.
An hour and a half of just us talking about MCU trailers.
But yeah, there's plenty content of ours. If you guys are interested, we appreciate any views and subscriptions and likes and all that good stuff. So
we do have the impossible video, which will never be edited or uploaded, of us ranking every Avengers in a tier list.
Every Avenger ever.
Yeah, and that will never, ever escape the vaults of my computer because I keep on editing it and stuff happens in my life. and it is 3 hours long, so it's a lot of video.
Yeah.
It is 3 sessions of us sitting down and being like, okay, how do we rank these heroes on usefulness?
Yeah.
It was a lot.
Anyway, if you guys want to check that out, please do. As always, we have been Fat Jack's Comicrypt here in Philly. We hope you guys have a lovely rest of your week, and we'll see you guys next time.
See ya.
Join the party. Head over to our Linktree to find all the links for everywhere the experience is all the time.